Apple is once again making headlines, and this time it's not just about features or design. According to recent reports, the iPhone 17 lineup might be getting a price hike. But here's the twist. Apple is unlikely to mention the real reason. Behind it, tariffs. Instead, the company may cite new features or design upgrades as justification for the increase. Right now, the trade tensions between the US and China are still alive, even though there's a temporary pause in the tariff dispute. But this so-called pause doesn't include smartphones. A 20% tariff on smartphones imported from China remains active. While there's a temporary exemption that lowers the effective rate to 10%, it's still a significant cost increase for companies like Apple. To stay competitive and maintain profit margins, Apple has reportedly been pushing its suppliers hard to lower production costs. But according to a Wall Street Journal report, this cost-cutting strategy is reaching its limits. With suppliers stretched thin, Apple is now considering raising iPhone prices as a necessary move to stay profitable, and they don't want to point fingers at the tariffs, at least not publicly. Sources familiar with Apple's supply chain say the company is being extremely cautious with its messaging. The last thing Apple wants is a public debate over trade politics when launching its flagship device. Instead, Apple may spotlight the iPhone 17's rumored redesign or exclusive new features to make the price jump sound more appealing to consumers. As of now, Apple hasn't disclosed exactly what those new features will be, but rumors suggest the iPhone 17 lineup could include a new design with a slimmer profile. One model in particular, the iPhone 17 Air, is expected to be ultra-thin, possibly just 5.5mm thick. While that sounds sleek, it could come with compromises, especially in battery life. The iPhone 17 Air is also rumored to replace the iPhone 16 Plus in this year's lineup. For reference, current iPhone pricing starts at $799 for the base iPhone 16 and goes all the way up to $1,199 for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's still unclear how much more the iPhone 17 models will cost, but if past trends are anything to go by, even a modest increase could have a big impact, especially in a market where Apple dominates the premium segment. Meanwhile, Apple is also trying to shift some of its production away from China. The goal is to diversify its supply chain and reduce dependence on Chinese manufacturing. India has emerged as a potential new hub, and Apple has already started assembling some iPhone models there. However, when it comes to the high-end Pro models, most of the manufacturing is still expected to remain in China, for now. Industry insiders say Indian factories do have the capability to produce Pro iPhones, but their infrastructure still lags behind China's in terms of scale and efficiency. That's a major reason why most of the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max units will likely continue to be built in China. Still, Apple is under pressure to act fast. Tariffs on Chinese goods could go even higher, and manufacturing in India or Vietnam may offer long-term savings. But building up infrastructure in new countries takes time, possibly years. According to estimates from investment bank Jefferies, Apple sold around 65 million iPhones in the US last year. Out of those, roughly 36 to 39 million were either Pro or Pro Max models. That's a significant chunk of the market, and any price changes to those models would definitely be felt by consumers. Adding to the speculation is the fact that other companies, like Amazon, have been accused of potentially displaying extra charges caused by tariffs. Amazon has denied these claims, but the conversation around tariffs and pricing continues to swirl. For now, Apple seems determined to steer clear of that discussion entirely. Instead, the Cupertino giant may point to advancements in design, camera, systems, or other exclusive upgrades to justify the higher costs. The Pro models, for instance, are rumored to feature a new camera bump design, which could signal major hardware changes. And as Apple continues to shift some production to India, don't expect iPads or MacBooks to follow just yet. It looks like only certain iPhone models are part of the transition for now. And even among those, the Pro models will remain largely under China's manufacturing umbrella. With the iPhone 17 expected to be unveiled this September, we'll soon see how Apple plans to spin this price change. One thing's for sure. Apple's strategy is as much about optics as it is about economics. And in classic Apple fashion, They're preparing to make it look like the price you'll pay is all about innovation, not international politics.